Well, good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Monday morning. It's the 24th day of July, 2023. This is the morning briefing coming to you from my home office, kind of giving you an idea of what we can expect today and over the next couple of days. As I look out the window of the home office this morning, it's partly cloudy and it feels cooler. I'm sure if you've been out this morning, you've felt that it is noticeably cooler. And so the heat wave that we had with temperatures that were pretty hot over the weekend, especially on, Friday, Saturday, with highs up around 108, that is now behind us. Yesterday, Sacramento hit 101. Today will be noticeably cooler. So let's take a look at what is going on this morning. We'll start with the satellite, and you can see these clouds coming up from the south. And this is that pattern that we often see during this time of year, the monsoon, but it doesn't look as though we're going to be able to squeeze any rain out of these clouds. They're generally mid and high level clouds and not a deep layer of moisture enough to squeeze anything out in the way of rain. That might be changing east of the Sierra and east of the state line over into Nevada. And also you do see that we do have some marine layer. So you see some of the low cloudiness pushed into some of the inland valleys first thing in the morning, and the marine layer is a little bit deeper than it was 24 hours ago. So this is the forward profiler, and this is 24 hours ago, and this is today. And this is the warmer air aloft. So you see a couple of things. First, the warmer air aloft is much cooler. So yesterday this was over 30 degrees, that air there at 3,000 feet. And now it's 25 degrees Celsius. So yeah, that's quite a drop. And then you look down here where the marine layer is. Yesterday it was around maybe 1,400 feet. Today it's just a little bit higher. Had a bump yesterday. We'll probably have another bump today. So that's all good. And also want to show you just how much cooler it is today than yesterday. These are the 8 a.m. observations throughout Northern California. So the 8 a.m. observations. No surprise that Napa is only at 57 degrees. But if you come inland, let's look at Travis. This is the key. 58 degrees at Travis with a wind gusting to 33 miles an hour. That's awesome. So that's the air conditioner being turned on full, and that is pumping the cooler air into the valley. At Executive Airport, the temperature is 64, where yesterday at the same time it was 75. And as you can see, typical where we have 58 degrees at Travis, where you get the full impact of the onshore breeze. In Auburn, still 72. So the foothills will start warmer this morning and are starting warmer. By noon, temperatures will be basically equal in the valley and in the foothills. And then in the afternoon, the valley will be a little bit warmer than the foothills. And you can also see that farther to the south, you don't get quite as much input from the onshore breeze just yet, with temperatures in the low 70s. So 72 in Modesto and 64 at Sacramento's Executive Airport. And also another indication of the inversion is Blue Canyon here at 5,200 feet. 67 degrees, and look at Truckee, 72 degrees in Truckee. So it's warmer in Truckee and Tahoe, where it's 70 degrees, than you have in Sacramento. Yeah, warmer in Tahoe than in Sacramento. That's certainly an indication of the cloud cover we have to help keep temperatures warmer. So let's take a look at the pattern that we're going to see as we go through this week. And we are now into our typical classic summer pattern. If you were with some of these chats back in June, especially mid-June, we were waiting for this pattern to set up. We had that persistently cool weather, but we were waiting for this pattern to set up. And this is what we call the four corners high. So there's the high right there. There's the four corners. So you have the four corners high with a trough along the west coast. This is our classic pattern. When the high pushes a little farther west, we get hot. When the trough pushes a little bit farther to the east, we cool down. So that's how the model is initialized. And as we go through the next day or so, this trough moves inland, helping to cool temperatures. That'll ease somewhat during the day Tuesday. This is Tuesday as that trough lifts out. Temperatures will be in the upper 90s to maybe as high as 100 degrees in some spots on Tuesday. But beyond that, we have a bit more moisture coming up from the south, another trough digging in. The four corners high is squashed a little bit to the south and east. And that keeps temperatures in the range of the low to mid 90s throughout the week for Northern California. I mean, this is a really nice pattern. And this is getting all the way into next Sunday. The four corners high is now, it looks like it's over Oklahoma City. But it will come back. It'll nudge back to the west. And right now it looks as though maybe next week will get hotter again. But that's so next week. And in the meantime, the rest of this week looks as though it's going to be quite nice, including the weekend. We've been on a stretch where our hottest weather has been on the weekend so far in this month of July. I think we only had one weekend where the temperatures were not over 100 degrees. So, yeah, I think next weekend right now we'll be able to keep temperatures in the 90s. So really anything you have planned outdoors this week, it should be okay. We'll see some clouds from time to time with that monsoon moisture coming up. Doesn't look as though we'll see any rain. We'll keep an eye on that, however. And temperatures in a pretty comfortable range. Average high is still 95 for Sacramento. We should stay in that range. Maybe a little bit lower some days, a little bit higher some days, but pretty close to average. And right now we do not have any heat, any real heat in the forecast for the next 7 days or so. So things are looking pretty good on this Monday morning. I know it's a Monday, but things are looking pretty good for the weather. So that's everything I've got for you this morning. I'll be back in my suit and tie and all the rest of that and on the air at 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, and 11 over on the Big 3. So make it a great day. I'll talk to you later.